Hello, hello, hello. It's Keita Williams, founder and chief strategist of Success Bully. Success Bully is an elite accountability practice, so that makes me your personal professional butt kicker. Thank you for bearing with us. The internet would not allow us to be great. It would not allow us to be great today. Is Mercury still in retrograde? Like, literally, every piece of technology I touch is like coming undone. So, if you are not familiar with StreamYard, please give us permission to look at our comments. Maggie, Monica, Cece, say hello. I'm going to do a quick introduction, and then we're going to get into the woman of the hour, one of our favorite success bully success stories, Nakia Hazel. So before I do that, the 5 days of focus, we like to under promise, over deliver. So it's 5 days of focus, and we're on what, day 8? We are giving it to you. We're giving it to you because we are committed to your success. We're committed to your success. And so before we get into our spirited conversation with Nakia, I do want to just talk for a moment about commitment. I want to talk to you a moment about commitment. And I want you to just take a moment and all the work that we've gone through. So day 1, we focused on you. So we did a self-assessment, and we always say, how do you know if you've been asked if you haven't done a self-assessment? We focused on impact, so we got clear about where we're going to put our energy. We focused on the game plan, so we broke it down into steps. And then we focused on accountability, knowing that you're 95% more likely to achieve a goal when you're accountable to someone else, right? And lastly, we focused on tracking, and we talked about my time management hacks. We talked about my 3 tips for you to stick to it. So we've been serving. So my question for you right now is, how committed are you to your goals? How committed are you? How committed are you? Because if you are really committed, you are willing to invest in yourself. You are willing to invest in the changes and the discomfort it's going to take to achieve your goals. You're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone if you want to go big, right? You're gonna have to do some things differently if you want to see results. You're gonna have to take some radical actions for those radical outcomes. So I want to reinforce that commitment level, that you're committed to your goals. And if you aren't committed, you know what I can guarantee you? You're gonna be in the same place you are right now next year. We'll be having the same conversation. So if you don't commit yourself right now to doing something different, to investing in yourself, into really what your goals look like, literally you'll be standing in the same place next year. I don't want to be in the same place next year. Nakia, do you want to be in the same place next year?
Hell no.
Hell no. So I'm going to ask you to commit. And with that, we've been talking about how we have reopened the doors to our flagship coaching program. And I've been yelling this from the mountaintops that it takes 33 to 66 days to develop a new habit, 90 days before you see results. And so we've developed a whole methodology called Your 90-Day Way to help you do just that. And in our group coaching program, it's a 6-month commitment. Why is it 6 months? Because it takes that 33 to 66 to develop a new habit, 90 days before you see results. And what we've heard from our clients time and time again is yeah, I got it going, but I want a next level now. So we're already accounting for getting you in rhythm and then next leveling you in that second 90 days. And so who is this program for? It's for our Velvet Runners. So if you are achieved all your goals, you've got it going on, and you're asking yourself what's next, and you're cozy. You're so cozy that you won't even try. This program is for you. If you are a delightful procrastinator, where you have all the reasons you've been talking about this same project for years and years and years and years. And every year, every week, every month, you have a new reason to not do it. And this is the program for you. If you are a fopper, this is a word I made up. If you have a fear of failure, the goal is so big, and you're used to being a high achiever, because that's what this group is made of. High performing type A's. You're so used to winning that the idea of losing is so scary you won't even get started. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, guys. I'm on one of my soapboxes. Or you're a fosser. A fosser is the fear of success. So it's going well, and somehow you derail yourself. Somehow you derail yourself time and time again. This program is for you. And so now what do you get with the program? Like I said, it's a 6-month commitment, and you have access to our exclusive coaching content. You have weekly coaching calls with me. You have a weekly check-in with your accountability advisor and coach. And then you also have an assigned accountability partner throughout the program. We have developed a custom tracker to track your progress during this time. We know that with 3 consecutive weeks falling below 75% completion, you will not hit your goals. And so we want to help keep you above that 75% time and time again. So doors are open for that. And if you need additional information, if you're on the fence about investing in yourself, let me tell you this: you are your biggest asset. You are your biggest asset, and you are worth it. You are worth it. In the times that I've invested in my own self, I've never let myself down. In the times I've invested in coaching, I've always got a 10x on it. So I want to encourage you, if you're on the fence, you are worth it. Your dreams are worth it. Your goals are worth it. I got to catch my breath. I'm going for it, Nakia. I'm sorry. I'm going for it. You're worth it. You're worth it. So if you need additional information, book a call with us. If your first name begins with the letters A through G, Monica is your concierge, and she is magical. If your first name begins with H through N, Cece is your concierge, and she also is magical, because I have nothing but a magic team. And if your first name begins with letters O through Z, Maggie is your concierge, and she also is magical. So reach out to your concierges. We're sending you messages. We're following up with you. We want to serve. We are here to support you. So if you have questions, if you need support on strategy, reach out. If you're having trouble connecting with us, book a call at successbully.com/call. All right, y'all. I'm done, Nakia. I did it. I did. You feel fired up?
You don't have any more testifying to do.
No. But did I fire you up though?
You did.
Okay, good. So, I know that a lot of folks are like, so what, Keita? You know, I do get the, what do you do all day? What do you do all day? What do you do all day? And so this is the perfect transition to our lovely guest, Nakia Hazel, who is not only just an amazing human being, who I have been blessed to be in her circle of influence, to develop what started as a coaching relationship to a friendship where, like, we're in each other's day to day. We text each other, and we're in it. We're in it, right? And so I am so grateful to be just around all the light that you radiate. So I just want to take that and tell you I'm thankful for that. And so, like,
over here.
Okay, don't. We're not gonna cry off lashes.
Look,
we put on makeup.
So no, I'm not ruining it.
We put on makeup. We put on our. We both dressed up from here to here. We're not gonna stand up on camera. So Nakia is a wonderful wife and mom of 4. She has 2 boys and 2 girls. In her previous career, she was an aerospace engineer. She's also been a PTSD therapist. And eventually, Nakia was just burned out. She's burned out, and she started her pure romance business initially as a side hustle and a hobbyist. And in the last, 3 years? You were in it for about 3 years, and then in 2011 you went full time in the business when you were on maternity leave. You were like, the hell with this. I'm burn the boats. I'm going all in. And so currently you are an executive director with Pure Romance, and you have a core belief that anyone can succeed at this with consistency and the desire. And your superpower is persistence and motivation. And I think you recently quoted that in the time that we've worked together, that your business has increased by 90%.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there. That's cool. Mm-hmm. So I want to hear more about your background, because, like, aerospace engineer, PTSD therapist, business owner. Yes. Like, how did you make those shifts in your life? When did you decide to make those?
So since I was a little girl, I've always loved space. I love science. I was the nerd in school. I was that chick. And so I just knew I was going to build rockets for a living for the whole rest of my life. And my last year in college, I had to take a psych course. It was one of those freshman requirements that I just never took. And so I took it, and the heaven gates opened up, and the voice said, "This is what you're supposed to be doing." And so, yeah, so I was like, I don't know if I want to do aerospace engineering anymore, but I went and did it and hated it. And so went back to school for psychology, fell in love with it, loved every bit of it. And I fell into the position of PTSD therapist because working at a mental hospital here in Maryland. I started volunteering, and I was put in a trauma ward unit where we work with people with PTSD, dissociative identity disorder, you all know it as multiple personalities, all of this stuff. And I interned under one of the psychiatrists, and they offered me a position there. And I just got very burnt out because it's very hard to hear people's trauma every single day. So I was invited to a party. I was not told what type of party it was. I was just told that it was a ladies' night and it was a slumber party. So I showed up and was very surprised to see the things that I saw. Some things were vibrating, some things, were being passed around of the things that belong in the bedroom in my head anyway. And so I was like, I don't know why I'm here, but I fell in love with the consultant. I was all for it. Talked to her in the shopping room, and I was like, what else do you do besides this? There's no way you make money just doing this. And she told me she stays home. She has 2 kids, and this is all she does. And she gets to pay a $4,000 mortgage. And I was intrigued. And so exactly, that was my face. So she told me to have a party. And I did, and invited all of my friends, families, neighbors, my coworkers. We had a good time. I found out all of my friends were freaks. I had no idea. They gave me party ended up being a $1,500 party with a group of us ladies, and we had so much fun that I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And she said, well, just so you know, you have $150 shopping spree. You get whatever you want. I just made $600 off of your friends in 3 hours, and I got to keep my clothes on. So I said, oh, okay. You just made $600 in 3 hours, and I don't make near that at my job. So I was like, sure, why not? I'll do it. Why? My husband actually is the one that convinced me to do it, because I'm still, even though I am very outgoing around my inner circle, my outer circle, not so much. I'm very much so an introvert. So he was like, just do it. He was like, the worst that can happen, we have a whole bunch of stuff to have fun with if it doesn't work out. So I did it. I was still working full time. I was in school full time. And I was doing this just to get out the house. I had 2.5 kids at the time. I had my third one growing in my belly. Had so much fun. And maybe about a year later, I started taking it a little bit more seriously. Because Sally Mae, y'all know Sally Mae.
Yeah, I'm quite familiar.
Yeah. So she knocking, asking for the first set of tuition payments that had to get repaid. And so this kind of helped me to not rob Peter to pay Paul. It helped me to get more money. And what really made me say, you know what, I need to jump on in was the job I was working at. I was pretty much paying for daycare. I had just had my ha baby. That was the you're not done yet, baby. That was baby number 4. And
I've never heard that.
Yeah, that's my ha baby.
You always make me blush. You always make me blush.
So I ended up, I was paying, pretty much working to pay for daycare. And so I said, you know what? If I really put my heart into it, I can make money doing just pure romance. And I enjoy it. I'm still helping ladies. I'm teaching them about sexual health and wellness. I'm getting out the house and I'm getting paid to do all of that. So talked to my husband, joking around saying, what do you think about me quitting my job and doing this? And he was like, I've been waiting for you for the last 3 years to finally say, let's do this. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I did. I quit my job and I've been going nonstop ever since. It's been 12 years now. So.
Oh, that's so awesome. I think that that's so interesting because, like, I think some of us don't set out to be entrepreneurs. It's twists and turns, and then you get there, and then all of your corporate experience,
Yeah.
it comes into play.
I've been preparing myself. My mom told me back when I was in elementary school, I used to sell penny candy to my friends for 5 cents.
Okay, the markup there. I see your markup.
Yeah. Well, I had to pay the store owner for the big bags. But yeah, she was like, she remembers getting, coming up to the school because the principal called because I was in trouble because I was having a business in the schools and I had to stop. So I think it's always been there. She's never just given me anything. She's always said, if you have your own money, you can do it. So I would find ways to get my own money to do it.
And I see Miss Cynthia's online. Hi, Miss Cynthia.
Tell you.
Okay, so we have to tell everybody how we met.
Oh yeah.
This is funny twists and turns, and this is like the beauty of the overlap and like running your own business and especially building something. I made an appearance on, was that Midday Maryland? What the host is one of my closest childhood friends. Nakia saw that broadcast and reached out. And that was over a year ago, right?
A year ago this month.
Mm-hmm.
That was, yeah. And I will tell you, I don't watch TV during the day. And I happen to have been watching it that day.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so like when you were thinking that it was time for coaching, what were you experiencing in your business at that point where you were like, I need some support? What was going on?
Well, I've had business coaches before, and I realized I do well when there is somebody that is holding me accountable. I don't like disappointing people at all. And so I didn't have anyone that in 2019, I didn't have a business coach. So I was kind of doing it on my own and forcing the situation. So our team wasn't, I won't say they weren't doing great, but we weren't doing what we usually do. I wasn't doing what I usually do. And I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. The desperation was showing. And so I said, you know what? I clearly need someone to help give me the direction that I need to go. Because I know the things that I need to do, but when you get in your head a little too much, I was getting in my head. And so I don't know what made me say it's time. I guess, like I said, sitting and watching you on the show that I don't ever watch. It was just on. And I saw you, and I think it was when you said it doesn't take 21 days to break a habit. And you said, it's 33 to 66. And I was like, that makes total sense. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm just going to call her. Let me just see what I need to do.
And sometimes I think I'm yelling into the void. But like, I think that kind of speaks to like, one of the things that I am really passionate about with all of my clients and for myself too, is that consistency. Like being consistent when you don't feel like it, doing a little bit, when you've had a bad day, doing a little bit, or when you're on a roll, don't take the victory lap of procrastination. And so I think like when I made that appearance, we were on a roll. but it took us a while to like
Yeah.
get it going, right? So like we connected, and then we like followed up, and then it took a while to circle back to one another. But so tell me about like your big vision for 2020, and how is coaching supporting you on your big vision during this year of unprecedented time?
I know, right? Um, so, well, my vision was not this. At
Not to talk to me on the internet, yelling on the internet.
it was not. I decided that I wanted to focus on helping women. I already helped them with education, sexual health and wellness. I already helped them with, their relationships with themselves, with their partners. I have fun. I'm funny as hell doing parties. Like I got all of that in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to focus on helping women reach their success, wherever that may be, whether it's to pay a light bill, whether it's to buy a house, get their nails done, something, and for them to say, I did it because of this. And I've always been told that, you always want to have your own in some way. So this was a great way to have a business. It was easy. It's super simple to become a consultant. It just takes you doing the work. And so I was like, I'm going to focus on 50 women, and I want to help 50 women achieve their goals. And so I started off okay. January was pretty good, February not so bad, and then Rona said, "Hey," and
hello, Rona.
Right. And so I was like, okay, I think I need a little bit of help just to guide me on everything. And I think this was even before everything shut down that I reached out to you. So, yeah, fun times.
Well, like I think that speaks to like even with and it historically pure romance, you have in-home parties.
Yes.
Historically, that's what the selling model was.
Yeah, we are known to come into a woman's home, 18 and over, do a fun educational presentation on bath and beauty, on things that will help to build relationships with either yourself or your partner, or just things to make you feel good. And because of the nature of our products and because what we do, it's easier to see and feel and touch and everything else. And we had to now bring all of that to life online.
Which, I'm sorry, as someone who has popped in your Facebook groups, but also had a party, we had a rocking good time. Oh my goodness, rocking good time. We had a rocking good time, and it was informative, it was educational, it was fun, but also like it didn't feel like another Zoom call.
No, I try and so I am all about what will it do for me? Like if it was me, how would I want it to be? And like I said, my social circle, they know I'm quiet, but I'm not necessarily quiet around them. So if I want to have a good time, I want someone who is going to be funny, show me a good time, and at the same time tell me why this is needed. Because honestly, you can buy shaving cream anywhere. But there's a reason why ours is number one, and why anybody who's never even been to a party knows about our shaving cream. And so we help to bring all of that to life.
Oh, that's awesome. Because I do think like what's interesting, and I want to kind of circle back to this about being an introvert. That like, sometimes we come up with these excuses. We make up reasons why we can't do something. Well, I'm an introvert. I can't do that. Or, I'm always late. I can't do that. Or I'm always this, or I'm always that. Right. And you're not always anything. You can evolve into it. And I feel like introverts make better entrepreneurs anyway.
We do. Observe. We sit back and
observe. You're listening more than you're talking, unlike myself, extrovert out here.
I am an introvert all day, every day. However, I also have bills I need to pay. And I quit my job because I like staying home. It's not even, honestly, it's not even because of my kids. I love my kids. I do. But
Mhm.
I'm not home because of my kids. I'm home because I don't like getting up and going to work. So I have to make sure, yeah, when it's snowing here,
Oh.
I want a snow day too. So
Mhm. Mhm.
I just made sure that I hustle and the bill has to get paid, or and my husband always says, as long as I can pay my portion of the bills, I will never have to get a job outside of the home. And I keep that in the forefront of my mind because I'm like, I am not, I enjoy getting up and whenever I want in the morning and working from my bed and everything else. I can't do that if I have a regular 9 to 5.
That is true. That is true. So then how do you kind of, with your big vision of helping 50 plus women this year, how are you approaching that daily? What does that look like on a day-to-day basis?
So realistically, because I have my struggles and my challenges too.
We all do.
But what I do is I make sure I am putting myself out there. So I am every day reaching out to my ladies for their birthdays. I'm making sure I'm saying happy birthday to them. In my VIP group, I'm making sure I'm making myself presentable. I don't necessarily plaster, pure romance paid for this or pure romance paid for that. I'll do little things.
Mhm.
Like I'll say something like, I'm still working from my bed at home and it feels good that I don't have to get up to do a 9 to 5. And somebody will see that and will say, I want to be able to work a 9 to 5. Or I'll say,
Mhm.
I'm going to go and pamper myself and get my nails done. And somebody may want to be able to afford to get their nails done. So it's
Mhm.
little things like that. And then catching that. And then always staying in touch with the people who want to start their own business, and keeping a keen eye out for that too.
So like I just want to reiterate this point that there's no rocket science here.
No, and I say that during my parties. You do not have to have a
And
PhD in vibrators or be a rocket scientist, even though I am.
I'm about to say, this is not the rocket science you were doing before. But like, I think that like, even with when you think about whether it's starting, scaling a business, or I think we overcomplicate what needs to happen. And what you just described was keeping in touch, being intentional about staying in contact with people daily, right? You have something to offer them, you're getting in front of them, you close the sales. And I think that we overcomplicate that. We overcomplicate that. And even like with goals around like writing a book or writing a screenplay or getting a new job, we overcomplicate it. We add all these things that we think we're supposed to do when the majority of it is connecting with people.
Pretty much.
And that fear of rejection and all our junk is what keeps us from doing that very basic thing.
Oh yeah, and I still
Which,
have that fear. I
oh yeah,
every day I still have that fear.
oh yeah, but I like to do it scared. I like to collect the no. So if anybody wants to tell me no, let's hurry up and do that now so I can get to my yeses. I'm cool with that. Um, so like that's like so you're building this team of like amazing women, and you all are on target for almost 600K in sales. Or I'm throwing that out there. I'm stretching
Oh,
y'all.
I mean, no, we are. We
You're on
are.
target for.
Yeah, we are almost at 450,000 in sales. What's up, Naughty Vixen's dream team? I'm like, these women are amazeballs. They are like, I'm like, I don't know where they came from. I don't know where they came from.
Mhm. So then let's talk about that. How do you inspire your team? And how have your leadership skills developed as your team has expanded?
So what I tell everybody is it starts at the head. So if you as a leader are not doing what you are supposed to be doing, then the rest of your body is not going to be doing anything either.
Mm.
So I make sure before I do anything for my team, I get my work done first.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it see this and they follow behind it. Also making stuff duplicatable, because a confused mind says no. So if you do things too hard, they're gonna be like, this is this team too much, this is too hard, I can't do it, or I won't do it. And then the other thing is realizing that just because I am the leader of the Naughty Vixens Dream Team, yes, but I am not the Naughty Vixens Dream Team. All right. It is our team as a whole that makes up all of the elements of us being great. And they honestly, they keep me on my toes. I have some amazing leaders, and I get their feedback. And I think that's really important to hear what they have to say, what your team has to say, because they have some really great ideas. And so we talk about that, and so we incorporate all of that, and that's all I do. I don't really do much. I really don't.
Well, I think that, but you are, because like again, it does start with you. Like you got to walk the walk. You got to walk the walk, and I like that. Make it duplicatable. You just gave me a little coaching. Make it duplicatable, because a confused mind says no. Somebody put that in the comments. Put it in the comments so I can find it. So I can find it later. Okay, so now let's talk about so when you are like, you've had several promotions this year.
A few, yes.
If you've had quite a few. So modest. So modest. So like, what are you doing? What are you doing differently to get to that next level? Because you're already in the top 2%. So what are you doing to get to that next level? Everybody lean in on this one. This is about to be a mic drop. You heard it here first.
It's not much of a mic drop. I'm working with the women who want to work. That's it. Because I'm doing my part, and for me to get to that next level, which is like my goal for the rest of the year, because it's just one more level before I'm at the highest of the company. But it's up to the ladies to pretty much, I call it paying it forward. I don't like the word recruiting, because we're not in the military, and sponsoring just kind of sounds like your AA. So I call it.
There you go, making me blush again. There you go.
I call it paying it forward, because it's something that someone offered to you and it changed your life in some way. And so the law of reciprocity says if you pay it forward and give it to them, you will get things back in return. And so that's what I do. And so we have in fact, I'm putting it together now, an elite program for women that want to pay it forward to other ladies. And that's what I ask them when they come on. I'm like, great, who do you want to pay it forward to? Who do you know that can use some hair money or some nail money or some, let me just get out the house money? And they give me some names, and I say, okay, this is what you need to do. And I give them a script, and they follow it, and they're like, I have someone. And I'm like, great. Well, now you're going to get $100 because of that. So it's kind of like a full circle thing.
I love the idea of paying it forward. I love that idea. And I even think that, when I think about, my corporate career and even, what I'm building right now, because we're going big, that like the people that have invested in me and taken the time to mentor me and coach me and help me weather the storms, and I think kind of leaning into that, you don't have to figure it out on your own. Paying it forward means someone is willing to invest in you, right? Exactly. And so in a lot of ways, you're a coach too. When you're building a team, you're coaching too.
And that's what I tell them. I'm like, I'm not your boss. I'm your mentor. I'm like a coach. And when I tell them to pay it forward, I'm like, don't worry about, you're a leader. You're not don't take that word out. You are helping someone out. I will train them for you until you get comfortable. And we just go from there. And they literally just follow what I do. Whatever it is I do, they go right behind me and do the same.
And that is why we got to walk the walk. Okay, lightning round. You ready? You ready for the lightning round? Okay, because, these are coming in hot. So we've talked about the double-edged sword of being brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, and I like to talk about the double-edged sword of being brilliant. My like aerospace engineer. Uh, and because like when you're brilliant, you never run out of ideas. You never run out of ideas. You always got something going on. There's always some way to do it. So, what is your way of managing that? What is your way of narrowing your focus so that you are locked in on where you want to go?
Oh, okay. So what I learned last year and actually put into play this year, because I didn't do it last year, I write out every single thing that I want to do for my business, every single thing. And when I look at it, I then mark off the things that pretty much I try and find that one thing that will get me to ultimately where I want to be, like helping 50 women. In order for me to find the women, my one thing was I need to have parties because I'm not going to be able to put myself out there, reach out to them, tell them about why this is a great company if I don't have them in front of me. So parties is my big thing. So it's picking that one thing and not worrying about the rest, not worrying about the how. The how is none of our business. And just taking that one thing and say, okay, I have this one thing. Now, what do I need to do to make this one thing great?
Oh, wow. That sounds like day 2 of the 5 days of focus, focusing on impact. That sounds like something I said earlier this week. That one thing is the one thing. Because if you focus on that one thing, the discipline, the time management, the commitment level, all of the things it takes to do that one thing well has a ripple effect everywhere else. Yeah. So I'm getting off that soapbox. So what are you currently reading? Readers are leaders. There you go.
I'm reading currently with a friend of mine. We are doing it together. We're reading this book by Ricky Kalman called Leverage Your Mindset. And it's so good. And it's not one of those just read through books. Each chapter is a different day. So you're reading a chapter a day for 14 days. And what's also cool about it is he has an app that you can download. And after you finish reading that chapter, you then go into the app and he gives you a summary of what you should be doing. And it's all about just you being your number one asset, you having gratitude, you preparing your mind so that you can be a great person.
I love everything about this. So in closing, because we're going to land the plane now. Okay. What's your advice for this community of high-performing type A badass women that are looking to take their great to greater? What's your advice?
I am going to quote our CEO of Pure Romance, Chris Ciccinelli, where he has said over and over again, commit to the process, detach from the outcome.
Oh,
yeah. Don't worry don't worry about what the end result is. Focus on what you need to do, and everything will fall into place.
Yeah, and I love that advice. I love that advice. I think that is so spot on because I think we obsess about the end goal that we forget that there's a lot of seeds that need to be planted before you actually get the harvest. And so celebrating the process, tracking those little W's on your way to the big goal is so important. So yes, commit to the process, y'all. Detach from the outcome. I need like a t-shirt that's like bedazzled. That says that.
Oh, can I add one more?
Yeah, go ahead. Why not?
So this was every Monday I do a motivational post on my page. And this was today's was don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 22.
That's so true.
Because I've been doing this for 12 years. And so if we have any Pure Romance ladies on here, they're like, oh my God, I could never be where she is. When I first started, I could never see myself where I am right now. I didn't think it was possible. So do know that anything is possible. Just don't compare yourself. Just focus on what you need to do and everything will fall into place.
Okay. That just heartful.
Oh, stop it.
Heartful. So I want to thank Nakia Hazel, who has been just an absolute delight, and it's been a pleasure coaching alongside you and seeing all your successes, seeing the rapid fire way that you you are making it happen. And I want to just, my end with this is success like speed.
Oh,
Success like speed, because you get in motion, your efforts start moving faster, right? Doors start opening. And when you get into that consistency and you get your flywheel going, if you don't know what that is, read Good to Great. You get your flywheel going, success like speed. So I want to leave everyone with that Nakia got into motion, and it was promotion after promotion, team growing, numbers growing, and that ripple effect, it's compound because your team's doing it because they're watching you do it. So there's like this ripple effect. So yes, success likes speed. Oh my goodness, your mom sent me a shout out. Hi, Miss Cynthia. Okay. Now I'm gonna like yell at my mom, like, why weren't you online, Mom? So nevertheless, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
again. Absolutely. And thank you for doing the work. Coaching is only as good as the work that you do, right? So I am not the sage on the stage, I'm the guide on the side. And so all of your successes are so well earned. Thank you for doing the work. And I want to encourage everyone out there watching, do the work.
Yeah. And
do
listen,
the work.
let her kick your butt. So
yeah, and I'll totally kick your butt. I'll kick your butt.
Totally will. She totally will.
Totally will. So again, your 90-day way, our flagship group coaching program, we have flung open the barn doors, and we only open that up every 8 or 10 weeks. So please, if you're interested in more information on how you can work with myself and my team, reach out to your concierges. If your first name begins with the letters A through G, Monica is your concierge. If your first name begins with the letters H through N, CC is your concierge. And if your first name begins with O through Z, Maggie is your concierge. We will help you answer any questions that may still be outstanding. You are more than welcome to book a call. I'm happy to talk strategy. I'm happy to tell you more about the program. I'm happy to help you problem solve. And you can do that at successbully.com/call. So with that, we're going to leave you all with just the reminder to commit to the process. Commit to the process. You are worth it. You deserve it. And I'm Keita Williams, founder and chief strategist of Success Bully. Let's get after it. In the broadcast.